WVII Bangor.
This is ABC 7 News at Noon.
4 people died and 3 others were injured in 2 separate shootings that police say are connected. 1 person has been arrested. Good afternoon, I'm Susan Farley. Members of the Maine lobstering community testified on Capitol Hill about new legislation they say would unfairly target their industry. And the bill would ban TikTok from all state-owned devices. Thank you for joining us. We'll have more on these and other stories in just a moment. First, let's check in with meteorologist Conrad Sapinski. Conrad?
Thank you so much. Our first weather today is brought to you by Luigi and Fredericks, across from Eastern Maine Medical Center, serving the greater Bangor area for over 65 years. All right, folks, what a messy last couple of days. Today, we are finally going to be in the clear. Maybe a couple of sprinkles, but overall, though, we are dry. This is Virgo, precipitation that is not quite reaching the ground. No fog this time around. We had some pretty dense fog yesterday. No fog, not even by the coast today. So we are looking really, really nice to start the day today. Temperatures are in the 40s, some lower 40s by the coast, Rockland into Bar Harbor. We're looking at temperatures around 44 degrees here in town, and then even some 30s just up north. So it's a little bit chilly up north especially. Today, though, we're going to be bouncing back into those mid-50s outside. Mostly cloudy skies, though, so we're not really going to see a lot of sunshine. Tonight, though, decreasing clouds, temperatures in those mid-30s. Tomorrow, we will see a lot of sunshine and these temperatures, wow, warming back up into those upper 50s. There will be a couple of spots that might even hit 60 degrees tomorrow. It will be windy, though. We will have a northwest wind at around 10 to 20 miles an hour, gusting close to 25 miles an hour, maybe 30 in some spots. Later on today, we're going to continue to warm up back into the 50s with mostly cloudy skies.
Thank you, Conrad. 3 people were injured yesterday in a shooting on Interstate 295. Maine State Police say these shootings injuries have a connection with 4 people found dead in Bowdoin who also suffered gunshot wounds. Police have arrested and charged 34-year-old Joseph Eaton of Bowdoin with the murder of those 4 people. Brad Rogers was in Yarmouth yesterday with the details regarding the shooting injuries.
State police say around 10:30 this morning, a suspect opened fire on 295, shooting at vehicles. A woman who we aren't identifying told CBS 13 her brother was driving south on the highway with his son and daughter when the suspect fired at their vehicle, injuring the 2 siblings. Those 2, plus another victim, were rushed to Maine Medical Center, one in critical condition.
There was several shots in transition between the 2 mile markers from 17 down to here. A lot happened this morning between those 2 scenes, and those are the people that we want to talk to, those people that were impacted by this.
One of those witnesses is Cassidy Voicine.
We saw a bunch of smoke, and my friend in the truck was like, I think that's gunpowder, like gun smoke.
She was a passenger in a pickup truck heading south on 295 when she saw this car with the windshield shot out pull in front of them, swerving, and then pull off at exit 15. She realized later they had witnessed the shooting.
It's awful. It's so weird to think that like we were right behind them when this happened.
It could have been you.
That's what I was thinking. It could have been us, and like there's a baby in the back seat too, so it was crazy.
Today we saw several SWAT teams and a canine unit go into the woods between exits 15 and 17 looking for evidence in this shooting. Stephen Broberg was in a bank near exit 17 when he was alerted to shelter in place.
I was kind of shocked. It's a small town, small community. To see it happen here is a little shocking. People are taking it seriously. I think that's because it's happening all over the country.
State police say a person of interest is in custody tonight, but are giving very few details. The person of interest, is he cooperating? Is he talking?
I can't talk about those things, sir.
As you see, 295 is back open tonight. State police still have some patrol units in the area, but they want to assure everyone that there is no longer a threat here to the public.
That was Brad Rogers reporting. Maine State Police were busy yesterday working multiple scenes connected to these shootings. Owen Kingsley has the details regarding the 4 people found shot to death in a Bowdoin home.
Scary, very scary. You know, it could be us.
Tuesday morning, police responded to a home in Bowdoin and found 4 people dead. 34-year-old Joseph Eaton of Bowdoin was arrested Tuesday on 4 counts of murder.
My heart goes out to the families. I wish them all the best, and I'm praying for them.
Between this scene here on Augusta Road and a shooting later Tuesday morning on I-295 in Yarmouth, police are still piecing together what happened, only saying that the two events are connected.
A lot happened this morning between those two scenes.
For several hours Tuesday, we've seen Saginaw County sheriffs and Maine State Police come and go from this house on Augusta Road. Crime scene tape is up, and state police evidence technicians and detectives have been walking the area around the house. State police say the 4 victims were shot, but we won't know the actual cause of death until later this week.
The 4 bodies have been taken to the OCME and Office of the Chief Medical Examiner's office in Augusta, where they will determine the cause and manner of death.
Yes.
Bobby Joe and Corrine Stevens live down the road in Richmond and couldn't believe something like this could happen so close to home.
Small town, but it happens anywhere now, I guess. Don't matter where you live.
It's scary. That's all I can say. Scary.
The identities of the victims have yet to be released. As of this morning, the status of those that were injured is unknown. As of last night, one of the 3 was in critical condition. Investigators believe there is no threat to the public. A drug trafficking investigation led to a significant seizure in Calais. The Washington County Sheriff's Office responded to a criminal threatening complaint on April 16th. That led them to believe a drug trafficking operation was being conducted from a residence on Lafayette Street. During a search, officers found fentanyl, more than 72 grams of methamphetamine, and over 105 grams of suspected cocaine base with a street value of approximately $46,000. They also seized 3 firearms, $2,700 in suspected drug proceeds, and other evidence of drug trafficking. 32-year-old Stephen Perkins of Calais is being charged with aggravated drug trafficking, possession of a firearm by a prohibited person, and violation of bail. 25-year-old Capri Lambert of New York City and 28-year-old Devin Madigan of Bangor are charged with aggravated trafficking of scheduled drugs. Washington County Sheriff Barry Curtis says more charges are possible. Back in February, legislation was introduced to a congressional committee by a representative from Arizona deemed the Rescue the Whales Act. The act helps to repeal language passed on in an omnibus funding package that supporters say would significantly threaten the survival and recovery of the North Atlantic right whale. Tuesday, members of the Maine lobstering community testified on Capitol Hill about how this new legislation would unfairly target the Maine lobstering industry.
The largest fixed gear fishery has also never been linked to a right whale death. Our last entanglement was in 2004, and that whale is alive today.
If there are 2 numbers that you remember from my testimony today, remember 0 and 0. There have been 0 documented entanglements of a right whale in Maine lobster gear since 2004. And there have been 0 documented mortalities associated with Maine lobster gear ever.
There was testimony from NOAA and the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institute that showed support for the changes to the legislation. They argued the numbers provided by the lobster industry do not account for Maine lobster gear that may have been involved in entanglements that were never found. Maine Senate Republicans held a press conference Tuesday afternoon to discuss their shared concerns over increasing electricity rates. During the press conference, Senator Matt Harrington of York quoted Maine's public advocate William Harwood's recent statements about the rising cost of electricity rates. Harrington stated Tuesday's conference was the Republicans' effort to shed light on the problem.
We talked about it a couple months ago. Over the last couple of months, on the Energy Committee, there has not been a whole lot of interest in truly addressing this issue.
Harrington claims Democrats have ignored the problem of electricity rates, and his party is working on legislation that will curb it. Governor Mills directed the governor's energy office to intervene in the latest rate hike request by Versant Power and CMP. The Joint Standing Committee on State and Local Government heard testimony Tuesday on a bill to expand TikTok restrictions on state devices here in Maine. A.J. Douglas spoke to the representative who introduced the bill, who says the popular app poses a threat to confidential information.
Representative Nathan Carlo has introduced legislation that would require the Commissioner of Administrative and Financial Services to adopt rules banning state, executive, and judicial employees from using TikTok on government devices.
This bill is important because, as we've seen in recent reporting, TikTok has hidden and unknown capabilities to surveil individual people and to collect data and to transmit that data back to the Chinese government.
Carlo explains that LD 1007, an act to ban the video hosting service TikTok on all state-owned devices, is a necessary extension to the Governor Mills' existing ban of the app, which is limited to the state executive branch.
The difference between what the administration did and what this legislation is proposing is that my bill would make this law for all departments of state government. Due to the separation of powers, the governor cannot direct what the legislature tells its employees to do, nor can the governor direct what the judicial employees can do.
Everyday users are asking why lawmakers care. Some are still in the dark of past reports where users' data could allegedly be shared with Chinese authorities.
If an individual wants to use this application, they should do so at their own risk. But this application has the hidden and unknown capability to take the data on that user's phone and to send that to the Chinese government.
Carlos says there has not been any opposition towards the bill at this time. In Augusta, AJ Douglas for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Coming up on ABC7 News at noon, this is National Work Zone Awareness Week. Officials are spreading awareness about safety. We've got the details when we return.
Time to get out there and enjoy the spring weather in your new all-wheel drive Toyota. Because right now, at the Toyota Spring Sales Event, you could save up to $1,300 with affordable 3.99% financing on an all-wheel drive RAV4. And every RAV4 comes with 2 years no-cost maintenance and more. So come get your savings, then get out there. Your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Spring into action. Toyota, let's go places.
I'm Phil Levesque, president of Levesque Business Solutions. We're a family-owned Maine business since 1963. We're your one-stop shop for great office products at affordable rates. From copiers to office furniture to PPE, we've got it all warehoused right here in Bangor. We're your local small Maine business with a dedicated staff providing honest and friendly customer service, top-of-the-line tech support, and the option of in-house leasing. Let us help you get back to business.
Hewitt Lift and Rolodock creates the strongest, simplest, and most reliable dock system.
With one simple goal:
to get you on the lake
faster and easier than anyone else.
Because at Hewitt, we build stronger.
After 40 years of quality building, we get it.
Hewitt Family builds for your family.
For your family.
For your family.
Stand on the solid foundation of the Hewitt family.
Docks, pontoon legs, and boat lifts.
You work hard, play harder. You deserve a Hewitt.
Did you know that an alpaca item is the most wish-listed gift idea? Stop searching for that perfect gift and start shopping for it at the Blue Alpaca in Belfast. It doesn't matter who's on your gift list, the Blue Alpaca has something for everyone with an incredible selection of alpaca socks, hats, sweaters, even stuffed animals, and more. Shop in-store or online and take advantage of their free nationwide shipping. Too much to choose from? Don't worry, the Blue Alpaca also offers gift cards. The Blue Alpaca, feel the difference.
My insurance kept going up and up and up and up.
I was getting a lot of mail about Medicare, getting pretty confused about it.
I could never have navigated through the loopholes.
Somebody said something about Senior Planning Center.
I heard a Senior Planning Center, so we called them.
Senior Planning Center was a lifesaver for us.
I couldn't begin to do it all on my own, but Senior Planning Center did it all.
Gave me all my options and signed me up with what I needed within an hour.
Senior Planning Center helped us so much.
Biggest help I could ever have asked for.
You're watching ABC7 Bangor.
Officials are spreading awareness about highway safety. Our David Ledford spoke with some of them about the importance of maintaining safe roadways.
My co-workers and our highway crews have been struck, injured, and killed while working on our roadways.
Once again, Maine transportation representatives and public officials came together in Gardner to talk about highway safety and the dangers of distracted driving as part of National Work Zone Awareness Week. As winter turns to spring, officials say Mainers will likely see an increase in road work across the state. And with that change comes a higher risk of highway accidents. According to a survey conducted by the AAA Foundation for Traffic, 60% of road workers surveyed experienced a near miss while on the job. In addition to being dangerous, Maine State Police representatives say distracted driving can lead to serious consequences.
If you are involved in a crash with someone and you were distracted, whether it was outside the car or inside the car, you can be summoned with a civil VSAC, a ticket. If someone in the car was hurt because of your negligence, then, you could be looking at a civil lawsuit as well.
Officials say that every year, Maine averages more than 500 crashes and 2 fatalities in work zones. To raise awareness of the issue, members of the public are encouraged to wear orange on Wednesday, April 19th. Representatives for the Maine Turnpike Authority say traffic volumes on the turnpike have returned to pre-pandemic levels. Motorists are being asked to follow posted speed limits, eliminate distractions, and pay attention.
Behind that concrete barrier is someone's mother, father, son, daughter, or family member. Someone who's needing to see them when their shift is over. You can help. Please slow down, and please put down your cell phones.
National Work Zone Awareness Week runs until Friday, April 21st, but officials are asking drivers to continue safe practices even after the week has ended. In West Gardner, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
2 World War II Maine veterans are headed to New Orleans to be honored by a well-known veterans organization. Devin Dagnall met with them for the departure of their trip.
Where are you going today?
The World War II Museum. I met tomorrow or whenever it is, and I have been a charter member of that ever since it was organized.
Tuesday morning, 102-and-a-half-year young World War II Navy veteran Edward E. Hendrickson and 100-year young World War II Coast Guard veteran Florence Smith flew out of the Bangor International Airport to visit the World War II Museum in New Orleans. At the museum, the pair and their comrades will take part in the Soaring Valor program through the Gary Sinise Foundation.
What are you going to New Orleans for?
I don't know. The trip was planned, and I didn't even know anything about this until a week or 2 ago.
According to the Gary Sinise Foundation's website, veterans who attend the program will be treated to entertainment, celebratory meals, and community building with their fellow heroes. Despite not exactly knowing what trip he's going on, Hendrickson says he's excited to be going to New Orleans for the 4th time.
So I'm just anxious to see it again and see what the other other veterans are doing.
Knowing exactly where she's going, Smith says she's excited for the new experience.
What are you looking forward to?
Well, just a trip, because I've never ever been there.
According to Hendrickson's guardian, Joy Asuncion, the pair will be among the first Maine veterans to experience Soaring Valor. In Bangor, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
When we return, we'll tell you about a business that's all about play. We'll be right back.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
Hey Red Sox fans, you've got to play You Pick 'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Local weekly winners receive prizes from Herman Meadow Golf Club or The Local. Register now at foxbangor.com. You Pick 'em Red Sox is sponsored by Bruns Chiropractic Clinic in Bangor, Eddington Store in Eddington, Maine Collision Center in Bangor, and Twin City Tile in Brewer.
Asthma isn't pretty. It's the moment when you realize that a good day is about to become a bad one. But then I remembered that the world is so much bigger than that with Trelegy. Because 1 dose a day helps keep my asthma symptoms under control. And with 3 medicines and 1 inhaler, Trelegy helps improve lung function so I can breathe easier for a full 24 hours.
Trelegy won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Trelegy contains a medicine that increases risk of hospitalizations and death from asthma problems when used alone. When this medicine is used with an inhaled corticosteroid, like in Trelegy, there is not a significant increased risk of these events. Do not take Trelegy more than prescribed. Trelegy may increase risk of thrush and infections. Get emergency care for serious allergic reactions. See your doctor if your asthma does not improve or gets worse.
Ask your doctor about once daily Trelegy for asthma, because breathing should be beautiful.
Make the most of your waterfront with a Shoremaster dock system from Hammond Lumber Company. Shoremaster docks and boat lifts have been the trusted choice for decades. With Shoremaster, you get the expert product knowledge and first-class service you've come to expect from Hammond Lumber. Hammond is the country's largest stocking Shoremaster dealer, so you won't wait to get the dock system you want. Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire with professional service after the sale. Your dream waterfront begins with Shoremaster from Hammond Lumber Company.
River blindness is a tropical parasitic disease caused by black flies. It can cause rashes, discoloration, itching, and ultimately vision loss. Thanks to one organization founded by a former president, millions of people have been spared these effects. ABC's Lindsay Watts explains.
River blindness and other illnesses known as neglected topical diseases affect 1.7 billion people worldwide. Those at greatest risk don't have access to clean water, nutritious food, and sanitation. These illnesses also cost developing countries billions of dollars a year in lost productivity. In Nigeria, river blindness transmitted by infected flies is the second leading infectious cause of blindness. In a victory against the disease, the country's Ministry of Health says nearly 20 million people were prevented from infection. The effort to reduce the number of cases was led by Carter Center, a nonprofit founded by former President Jimmy Carter. It assisted Nigerian officials by training staff and volunteers and distributing the drug Mectizin, donated by Merck & Co. The center has also helped eliminate the disease in Colombia, Ecuador, Mexico, and Guatemala. With this Medical Minute, I'm Lindsay Watts, ABC News.
Two Belfast moms who were tired of seeing their kids glued to their phones have teamed up to create a business that encourages youngsters to get unplugged and just play. Our Jody Hersey has more.
And I love video games, I love tech stuff too, but it got to the point for me where I was like, guys, no.
Just off the airport road in Belfast, you'll find Kids Unplugged. This indoor play gym, which is open 7 days a week, encourages students and adults alike to put down their cell phones and get their bodies moving.
So our after-school kids come off the bus and they are ready to go. They put their things away and they run and they play and they climb and they jump. They build forts.
Kids Unplugged is co-owned by friends and former gymnasts Lee Parent and Brittany Tarbox. Their company offers daycare, gymnastics classes, gym memberships, and summer camps. It also hosts birthday parties, or the public can choose to pay a drop-in fee for those who would like to use the space occasionally.
What we found, our little secret sauce, is our size. It's just big enough where you can let your kid go and not worry about it, but there's so many things to do here that it's multi-age. We sometimes have high school age kids. We have sports teams who come to do team bonding activities.
Despite its name, Kids Unplugged also has an online presence full of resources for parents and their kids to keep that connection going outside the gym walls.
We are in the process of creating something called Waitables, which is a small tin that will be available for car rides or restaurants or things like that. So it's an unplugged opportunity for kids to engage with their parents, especially like sitting at a restaurant.
Proving disconnecting now and again is the best way to stay connected to those you love. In Belfast, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
When we return, Conrad Sapinski has your 5-day forecast.
This is our latest hearing aid, packed with 20th century technology. Why beige? To blend in. You're behind your ear. So it's almost invisible.
You mean like this?
How did you do that?
Hey, May. How are you? Yes, you. How are you really? It's a question we rarely ask ourselves. But to Northern Light Health, how you are means a lot. So we're out here asking and encouraging you to ask the people in your life, starting with yourself. So ask away. Then connect with us at northernlighthealth.org/howareyou.
Ready to create your backyard oasis? Alexander's Professional Landscaping will work with you to create your perfect outdoor space. Work one-on-one with our landscape designer to create a unique garden to fit your family's personal aesthetics and lifestyle. Have our pros install your new lawn, deck, or patio. Schedule a consultation today by calling 573-4497. Alexander's Professional Landscaping, the way landscaping should be.
Looking to haul a new piece of equipment? Homeowners or commercial, Coops Truck and Equipment has the right trailer for you. Coops is the largest dealer of truck flatbeds and hauler bodies in this state and can replace any old rusty bed or outfit, any new truck. Our full-service facility can modify all truck and trailers with steel and aluminum fabricators on duty. We are your go-to place for CM truck bodies, H&H trailers, and load trail trailers. For trailers, truck bodies, truck outfitting, and more, it's Coops.
I got hurt in a car accident, and I've got some questions. Can a lawyer start working on my case for no money up front?
I answer car accident questions like these every day. Call the twos. We win for you.
Call 222-2222.
Netflix is putting an end to its original moneymaker. The company's DVD by mail rental service is set up to end on September 29th. In 2011, the streaming platform split the delivery service into its own brand known as DVD.com. Netflix hasn't reported the number of subscribers the service has had in years. The AP reports the subscribers total somewhere between 1.1 million and 1.3 million. That's based on its generated revenue of $145.7 million and the average prices paid by customers. Let's check your full forecast with Conrad Supinski. Conrad?
All right, folks, get ready. Today is going to be a much nicer day than what we had yesterday and the day before. Some scattered rain showers today, maybe a sprinkle or two. Most of this is Virga. Precipitation not quite reaching the ground. It's falling from the clouds, but not quite reaching the ground, as we do have a good amount of dry air. But look at this blue. In upstate New York, we're looking at a couple of snowflakes out there. Look at the upper Midwest. Surprise, surprise, more chances of snow are rolling in. I feel like we've been on winter mode so long. For us, we're going to be clearing up. We're going to be pretty much mostly cloudy today, and then lots of sunshine tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a really nice day. Going outside and enjoy the outdoors. We're going to see temperatures back into the upper 50s, a couple of pockets of even some lower 60s as well. Cloud cover, though, we've had some really nice weather the last couple of weeks. Besides the last 3 days, we've had lots of clouds. That rain in the area was just not the nicest type of weather, but now things will be improving. Temperatures, we were really nice. We had lots of sunshine. We were in the 60s, 70s, pretty much barbecue weather. We were outside, rolled down my windows, driving in my car. It was beautiful. Now we are a little bit cooler. We're going to be in the 50s. Our average high should be in the 50s, mid-50s, and we're pretty much going to be doing that, mid-50s, maybe some upper 50s, maybe even a 60-degree mark by Saturday, maybe same thing on Sunday, a little bit cooler by Monday, but then rebounding once again by middle of next week. Today, though, we're looking at near average temperatures in those mid-50s, mostly cloudy skies, though. Tonight, decreasing clouds, temperatures hovering still on the milder end in those mid-30s, partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow, though, take a look at this. Really enjoy that weather. We're looking at temperatures in those upper 50s. Lots of sunshine. It will be a little bit windy, though, so it won't feel as pleasant, but still a nice little breeze. We'll take that. Our extended forecast outlook does show a dry-looking weather pattern this whole week. Thursday, Friday, into Saturday, temperatures will be near average, maybe slightly above average at that, especially on Saturday. Then by Sunday, we might have more chances of some scattered rain showers. Temperatures still hovering in those upper 50s.
The sunshine looks good after all that rain. Thank you, Conrad. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you this evening with Beth Jones and Peter Dubois on ABC 7 News at 6. Have a great afternoon.